Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Daily Dose with Brother Hazim and Brother Ayman. We are on Ramadan day number 14, meaning we are examining Juz number 14, chapter number 15, Surah Al-Hajj, wherein Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse number 87, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَاكَ سَبْعًا مِّنَ الْمَثَانِي وَالْقُرْآنَ الْعَظِيمِ.
And we have certainly given you, O Muhammad, 7 of the often repeated verses and the great Qur'an. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Muhammad that He has given him 7 repeated verses. And this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to Surah Al-Fatiha. And so what we'd like to do today is very quickly, in a short period of time, go over Surah Al-Fatiha and some of its benefits. So Hasan al-Basri, he once said many years ago, that he said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent down 100 or more books to humanity. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condensed those 100 or more books into 4 books, being the Torah, the Zabur, the Injil, and the Quran. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condensed those 4 books into Al-Quran. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condensed Al-Quran into a Surah Al-Mufassal, being those that connect to each other because they're very short, and Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is repeated very often, connecting them all together. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala condensed the Surah Al-Mufassal, being from the 49th chapter of the Quran to the end of the Quran, to Surah Al-Fatiha.
So there are many names for Surah Al-Fatiha. We obviously know that Fatiha is one of them, which means the opening. It's the opening chapter. The Quran starts out with Al-Fatiha. It's the first one. Then you also have Al-Kitab. Al-Kitab means that it is the mother of the book, because everything in the Quran can be found in Surah Al-Fatiha summarized. You also have Quran, that is the mother of the Quran, because it explains everything that is in the Quran. It's also another variation of that. You also have Shifa. Shifa means the healer. Some of the Sahaba used to say that their sick people would, alhamdulillah, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help, would become cured just because they read Surah Al-Fatiha on them. So it is called Shifa, the healer, the cure. Then you also have Al-Kafiya. Al-Kafiya means the sufficient one. So the Quran is sufficient in our lives. It alone is sufficient, subhanAllah. You also have As-Salah. As-Salah, the prayer, which, subhanAllah, there's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad that says that there is no prayer without Al-Fatiha. Al-Fatiha is a rukn. It's mandatory in Salah. You have to say Surah Al-Fatiha in each and every prayer. So, because of that, it is called As-Salah. It, in essence, is prayer. And then you have a dua. And a dua, the invocation, the supplication, it's given to Surah Al-Fatiha because it shows us how to give dua. So let me just give you an example first. Let's say you want to go up to your father and you want to ask him for a new car or something like that. How are you going to do it? You're going to pick the best time. You're going to pick the best place. When they're comfortable at home, when they're drinking their tea or their coffee or whatever. They're in a good mood. You're going to go up to them and you're not going to ask right away. What are you going to start doing? You're going to start flattering them. You're going to start telling them about how good this was or what they've done, or thanking them for things that they've done for you, and then you're going to throw in the question, can I get this? So subhanAllah, when we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we approach Him, it's not that much more different. When we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for anything, especially in Surah Al-Fatiha, we start out by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we start out with your name and we want to thank you. All hamd, all praise is towards you. You are the master of the world. You own the day of judgment, so on and so forth. And then after we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to this extent, we ask Him, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, guide us to the straight path. And from there we even give more details on what this path is, who belongs to it, who doesn't belong to it, and so on and so forth. But this, subhanAllah, this ad-du'a, this way of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is shown to us in Surah Al-Fatiha. And there are many other names for Surah Al-Fatiha. These are only a few of them.
And then going back to the very first quote from Hasan al-Basri, where he said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent down 100 or more books, and then those books were condensed into the 4 books, and then those 4 books were condensed into the Quran, and then the Quran was condensed into the Surah Al-Mufassal, and then those surah were condensed into Al-Fatiha. Al-Fatiha was condensed into one ayah. One ayah of the Quran can sum up what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed to us. And that was, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. It is you who we worship and it is you who we ask for help. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one worthy of worship. We say in the testimony of faith that you are the only one worthy of worship. And even if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hadn't created anything else if there was nothing except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He still would be the only one worthy of worship. And because of this fact, He is the only one who we can ask for help. And so let's call on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the best of dua, which would be through Surah Al-Fatiha.
To help you get through Ramadan each and every day, check out the Master Arizona page to get your daily dose.